afternoon, everyone. And I'd like to start by saying a special thank you to Dr. Musa and Khulood for inviting me to speak to you today on the topic of women's leadership and growth. I'm Zoe Cousens, an investment professional with 35 years' experience in the financial services industry, having started my career way back in 1986 as one of the first women to work in the London Stock Exchange. During my long career, I've worked in 4 different locations around the world: London, Hong Kong, Dubai, and in my home island of Guernsey, which is a very small island but a very big offshore financial services centre. We're part of Great Britain, but very close to the coast of northern France, from where I'm speaking to you today. The majority of my career was spent as a portfolio manager, looking after high-value investment portfolios for clients of a large London investment company. In 2015, I relocated to Dubai to set up my own investment company there. And I also have 10 years board experience gained around the world, but including 4 years as a member of the UAE National Advisory Board of the Chartered Institute for Securities and Investment. I loved living in Dubai, where I became a regular speaker at several events, and I was also interviewed on Dubai Eye about the importance for women of saving and investing for their future, being one of the topics of my Women's Investment Network educational workshops. I've been fortunate to have won a number of awards, including the Wealth Briefing GCC Region Women in Wealth Management Editor's Prize, and I was shortlisted for the City Wealth Power Women 2019 Woman of the Year. So I hope you'll agree that I've been on a long journey of growth and leadership myself, and I'm delighted to share some insights and ideas that I hope will be helpful to you on your own journeys. All over the world, female entrepreneurs are transforming and developing the economies where we live. As women in business, we have a lot of untapped potential, and sometimes we simply need the chance to show our leadership skills and how independent and inspirational we can be. But before setting off on your own entrepreneurial journey, it's important to clearly identify your personal goals and to tailor-make a plan to see where you are, where you want to get to, and how to get there. Making the right choice for you is the first and most important consideration. It's vital to know the reasons why you may want to become an entrepreneur. You are probably thinking about the joy and independence of working for yourself, to forge your own path rather than following another's trail. And to see your ideas brought to life can be enormously rewarding as you take control of your own destiny and fulfill your dreams. But is the grass greener on the other side? For some, entrepreneurship can actually be an unattractive proposition, characterized by frustration, disappointment, loneliness, isolation, and maybe even the potential for bankruptcy. Perhaps your personality and temperament are better suited to employment because you thrive on social interaction and would miss the banter in the office. You may be someone who prefers the clear delineation of having a start and an end to your working day, which regular employment offers, of course. And indeed, it has been shown that an absence of routine in some people can erode mental alertness. Will you be able to stay motivated if working alone? And will you use your time wisely? As women, we tend to suffer more frequent interruptions when working from home due to domestic matters such as childcare and cooking and so on. Another aspect of going it alone, of course, is the loss of perks such as expensive medical insurance. And of course, we forego the joy of receiving a regular income. So having given thoughtful consideration to the issue of employment versus entrepreneurship, if you decide it could be for you, don't live to regret not having given it a go. As if you don't try, you'll never know. And if you are considering taking the entrepreneurial route, here is my list of essentials. Number 1, finances. Learn to manage money, or the lack of it will manage you. So make sure you have a thorough understanding of issues such as cash flow, upon which the business will depend. Don't underestimate the burn rate of cash when setting up a business. In other words, we can go through cash very quickly when setting up a new business. So making a budget and making sure that you've accounted for all costs is essential. Don't waste money on unnecessary expenses. I made that mistake when I established the Women's Investment Network in Dubai. I bought lots of things that I thought would be nice to have, but they weren't essential. And that's one of the reasons that I found it more difficult than I needed.
That's amazing, Zoe. You are just a legend in the investment industry and has contributed towards this industry a lot. And your efforts for the women development, your women network is really tremendous. And we appreciate your support for the women development. So with this,